What's up, freaks? Would you rather have complete job freedom, like you can work from wherever you want in the world, but you have very bad pay, or you have super limited freedom, you're trapped to a cage, chained to a desk, but the pay is millions. You are getting millions every week, but you are tied to a desk?
As you can see, we're starting to branch off into other lifestyle, career, relationship. One of the previous episodes about different gun stuff, not just the fitness stuff. Yeah, it's basically all fitness, but now we're getting into some lifestyle stuff to take it to the next tier, the next level, to see what do you really value as a human? Which one would you rather?
We're going to be asking this question to Special Forces veterans, firearms instructors, firearm experts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts, paramedics. We're going to be asking them this question: would they rather the job freedom with bad pay or the very limited freedom with amazing pay?
All right, first up we have Ruben, a firearms instructor. He's always, again, I'm his biggest fan. He's my, although I love all of our guests on the show, we appreciate all of them coming on here, but he's been a regular. I think he's been on almost every single episode for the most part.
One, yeah.
Especially when we did more people on an episode, longer episodes. And he always has the best, some of the best answers. Let's see what Ruben's going with.
Would you rather have like complete job freedom? You're working from wherever you want, working at home, working across the country, but you have that crappy pay again, like them ramen noodles again, or you have super limited freedom, like 6 days on, 1 day off, one week off for your vacation a year, but you're coming back home to the millions.
So on this one, kind of on the flip side, you're not talking about happier and happy on this one, right? And
it's just the freedom.
This one's just a freedom. I'm okay with taking little time off to make sure that my family has everything they absolutely need, right? And actually more so.
What if you hated the job?
I was like, you didn't ask that.
What I'm saying, because we just said freedom, so we never said what kind of job.
Freedom in.
But it's like you have a weasel for a boss. You got to request a week off like months in advance, and if he doesn't like you, he's going to turn it down. You can't even plan it.
That changes the whole dynamics, right? Because now we're going to go back to a job that's going to make you absolutely.
And it's a late retirement.
Yeah. It's a what?
It's a late retirement.
It's a late retirement. God bless. So you're doing all this extra work. And
the millions is
the limited freedom. Is a late retirement.
You just have no freedom. You're just like
zero. And
you're their little
retirement.
bitch.
And I hate them.
You might not, just because you don't have the freedom.
Have a weasel of a boss. And
if you don't have the freedom, you're probably not going to like them, I'm guessing. They're just making you come in on Saturdays, and they don't care if it's your kid's birthday. They don't care if you're missing little Susie's ballet recital.
Yeah, no, and then the other one was having the freedom of making kind of dark. Yeah, I think I would go with having the freedom and making less pay. Just being able to do it from anywhere, be with my family, that would be amazing. Actually, it sounds like a beautiful world to be honest. You see my daughter grow through every growing pain, right, and be able to be part of that. That'd be great.
He's picked broke for everyone.
If you guys have not realized, dog, I'm good with being I gotta be happy. Give me weights, give me some ramens, baby. I'm happy.
Ruben chose freedom with the bad pay. Freedom with the bad pay.
Of course it was bad pay. He's chosen.
He loves being broke. He loves it.
We said on the last one, if it was a choice of between rich or being broke, he'd be like, broke. Just for not even with a downside or an upside to it. He just does it.
He's chosen broke.
And you notice what he mentioned again for I think the fifth or sixth time.
Noodles.
The ramen noodles. He said, give me some weights and some ramen and I'm good. That's all he needs. Simple man. Awesome dude. Ruben keeps us at the score of 1-0 for the freedom and shitty pay.
Next up, we have Matt Ortiz, another regular on the Would You Rather series. He's a BJJ black belt, father of 6, and he loves his job. He's in the construction industry, and he has a bunch of job freedom, but will he be willing to have that bad pay too with the job freedom? So I wonder what his answer is going to be. Let's get into it.
Freedom.
Like you have to get a permission slip from your boss to get to leave an hour early, to
9 to 5,
get a day off. You want a
day.
day off, you got to put a permission slip a month in advance, and he might approve it and might not if you want to go and do something. You got shitloads of money though.
But the other one, I don't have that much money.
Separate questions.
But
Separate
pure
questions.
freedom. You're working from home, you could do whatever you want to do when you're working, but it's shitty pay.
Define shitty pay.
35
Just getting by. Not 35. I think 35 is a little overboard. That's not even shitty pay. That's damn near. Homeless dudes make more than 35 a year.
Exactly.
So
just barely paying the bills.
Turn in aluminum cans.
You're having to go month to month, paying the bills, and
I'm an entrepreneur. I make my own schedule, and I'm able to, because of the way I've built myself and my business, that I'm able to do the things I want to do when I want to do them, and that's the way I'll roll.
So you take the shitty pay. You can't ever make no money, no matter. You just have the freedom. You always have the freedom, as much freedom as you want, but you still have to work and produce at the work.
Well, shitty pay to some people might be $1 million a year or $500,000 a year. So if it's $500,000 a year, I'll take the shitty pay.
No, it's not. That's not. We're talking. We go with that.
100,000. 100,000.
You're not able to live. You're not able to live the lifestyle you live now, but you have the freedom. So
What
you
is
have
the average pay of an American? Do you know? Like
probably
50,
50s, probably
Probably
maybe,
60 by now.
and that's still
Inflation,
60,000.
right. It doesn't go far.
I need that that's a week.
Right, exactly. My bills are like $30,000 a month. Oh man, I can't. What's the point of having freedom if you can't live life how you want to live it? Unfortunately, the stage is built as you got to make money to do things you want to do.
So money is more important than the freedom, but the servitude was more important than the money on the other question. So those two, like, to me, don't mix up. Like,
Nope, they don't.
Like, to me, like, what is higher? Like, if a lot of those questions about the mad body and being broke or the ripped, if it had to also do with health, like, you know how we said strength
Right,
resist,
right.
that would change your answers, I'm guessing,
For
right?
sure,
Because you don't
for
want the
sure.
health. So the health was more important than the money. So what about the freedom? Is that more important than the money? Or is money more important than freedom? This tells you the hierarchy of, like, what your priorities are.
Money creates freedom. So I'll take the money.
But you're not going to have freedom. You're stuck in that.
Yeah, I'm not getting nothing approved by a little stooge. I'm done.
I'm going freedom. I'm going freedom over money. I'm going freedom over, because you want money to buy freedom. So if you could have that life, you're literally living the life, maybe not with all the extravagant,
but not being beholden to a little stooge telling me do this, do that.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Freedom. So to me, like, freedom has a hierarchy over money. Health has a hierarchy over money.
Yes.
But certain things don't. You know what I mean?
Like servitude. So servitude doesn't have a hierarchy over money.
Money is you need the money, but I'm not going to give up my freedom for it.
Yeah, I'm not going to eat.
So the score is 2-0. Freedom with the shitty pay has won, and he said $1 million. He said some people $1 million is a shitty pay. Who the hell what kind of people you rolling with, Matt Ortiz? That your homie's got $1 million, like, fucking broke, only made $1 million, only barely cleared $1 million this year. Like, damn, I got to get in that circle. I'll take $1 million, not too bad.
And he also talked about a little stooge running his business.
Stooge.
And directing him, giving him orders for the limited freedom with amazing pay. And he said how he couldn't handle
Can't handle that little stooge telling you can't take a vacation, you can't have the day off, get back to work, get here on a Saturday and a Sunday. I don't care if it's little Billy's soccer game, you're showing up to sit in your freaking cubicle.
Next up, we have Matt Eveland. He's a paramedic, combat medic, also an amateur MMA fighter. And with his paramedic job, that's technically limited freedom, I guess, right?
I don't know how their scheduling works, but and he doesn't do that anymore. Now he actually switched, and now he does his own business.
Now he does his own IV therapy.
Here's the thing: people think when you become an entrepreneur, now you have all this freedom. A lot of times, you have a lot less freedom for many, many years
until you can earn that freedom,
build it up and establish it, and build a team, and delegate and scale, and all this other shit, and be a good leader, communicator, all that good stuff. But let's see what Matt even came up with. But I'm talking about, you have to ask for a day off. You have to show up and work 6 days a week. If you want a vacation, maybe you're getting 2 weeks max per year. If your little weasel stooge boss approves it, but you're making millions of dollars. So freedom and broke, or millions and no freedom in your job, in your career?
That's a tough one. I would go free and broke on this one.
Really?
So I think I could pivot out and find a different revenue stream.
But you're gonna be
broke. You stay there.
You have to stay broke.
Stay broke, no matter what. But you have freedom.
I can't put a price on freedom on that one. I'm gonna have to live free.
Hell yeah. Can't put a price on freaking freedom. That's a new quote of the day.
Matt Eveland said something that was so cool to hear. He said he had the shortest answer, and he said you can't put a price on freedom.
Can't put a price on freedom.
That is an amazing quote. Can't put a price on freedom. He had the shortest answer, and he said freedom because you can't put a price on freedom.
So it's 3 4-0 for the freedom. Let's see if what Byron is going to take. He's a bodybuilder, a coach, a financial advisor. Let's see what Byron's going to pick when it comes to the freedom or the money.
That was fire.
Extra hours, more than 8 hours a day, but you're making millions. And
Basically chained to a desk.
you have a little turd for a boss who you got to ask for permission to take a day off, to get a vacation day that he might approve like a month from now, but maybe he doesn't feel like it because he doesn't like you. So he will just decline it. You'll have to wait for another
This
time.
is not related to the previous question.
Complete separate question from any other question you might have been asked. Which one would you rather? The freedom and shit
or
pay,
chained to a desk.
or making loot, but we're talking no freedom at all. You're their slave.
And again, I'm retiring at 69.
Yeah.
69. Why?
That's just a good number. Oh, man. I still got to go for the other one. I still
Freedom?
got to get paid.
With the no freedom.
Yeah.
Really?
So
What's worst case scenario? I'm working a 12-hour day. That's
you're gonna
already
have
what I'm doing.
some little turd
like
making
one
you do
week
whatever you
off,
want to do.
Maybe.
You get a week to maybe 2 weeks vacation per year. That if it gets approved,
Why am I earning all this money if I can't do I can't do what I want with it?
it's your question to answer. I don't know why.
Well, I seem like I feel like you guys have put a lot of
You have to think about your family
Well,
too.
yeah, you put a lot of fucking constraints in there.
we got to make sure we give enough background to it and give you enough thought to it. We're trying to save you, maybe.
Well, yeah, because one of them you basically end up divorced. But then the other one you put financial pressure on, which ends the divorce anyway. So we're up shit creek either way.
What's
been
going to
fun.
be?
Deuces. Either way. I don't know, man. I still like the idea of getting paid. I'm serious. Like, what's the point of going there and you not get paid? Well, I mean, I guess if you have freedom at that point, right? So you could work from the beach, work from anywhere in the world.
You said that in your previous answer for some questions too, like the
homeless person, right?
Yeah,
The broken rib.
Just
You're like,
kick it
let's
at the
kick
beach.
Yeah. I live by the beach. I haven't been to the beach this year.
Because maybe you're there you go. So what would it be? You seem to like the beach.
Well, I like
Kick it
the
at the
concept
beach.
of the beach, but then I never ever go. Maybe it is freedom. Because I could just earn California money, but go and live somewhere cheaper. No?
You just
'Cause I got
It's
freedom.
just this. It's just what the question is.
Wherever
we're
you
on that
live,
plane.
it's going to be you're still.
Oh, you're still getting past the bread line.
It's down. It's whatever. It's leveled off. But you're free. You're on your own terms. You're
I work 2 days a week if I want.
pretty much, or you're working from home and it's not high stress. It's just freedom. You're
Just chilling with your 60
No side
grand a year.
hustles, no nothing.
can't make any other money.
Hannah's working. I'll go freedom. I'm sending Hannah to work.
Smart guy.
Caught on. That's
Smart.
been the
working.
extra answer. And it's a shutout. It's a shutout. 4-0. Byron had to go with the freedom, and he came up with something that we kind of thought in our heads already. We kind of know the answers,
because some of these answers are a little long because we kind of want to save them.
and we're shifting them.
Yeah.
We're like manipulating them a little bit. So we kind of led him towards this, which we wanted to lead him towards this. Just because you can't make money doesn't mean your spouse can't make money. So you can go have the freedom. They can go make money at a regular job, maybe with a normal amount of freedom. We didn't say their freedom. Just because they make money doesn't mean they don't have freedom. They can be making money with freedom also, with good money. So they can go make money. You can, your kids can make money. Your business, you could have other people around you that make money. No one said that you can't do that. So that was what Byron came up with. We kind of edged him into that because he was ready to take the money for the miserable pay. But then as we asked more questions and kind of probed a little bit, he's like, no, fuck that. I need the freedom. My wife can go.
And he also said how everything would lead to a divorce.
He mentioned divorce. Like, if I do this, it's divorce. If I do that, it's divorce. So either way, I'm getting divorced. And he said, wait a minute. My wife could just work. I have the freedom. Maybe that will make us not get a divorce. But who knows?
And now it's time for our answers. And I'm going to go first. So you can't wait. What?
You don't even know what you're saying anymore. It's a shutout. It's 6-0 because I know we're both going freedom. I don't even need to hear
How
it.
did you know I was going to?
I know we're both.
What if I'm not?
I know you are. What are you going with? All right, go ahead. Yeah, thought so. 6-0. Listen, freedom, when it comes down to it, your freedom and your health are the most important, most valuable things to any human over everything. no matter what it is. And I think even freedom is even more important than health. Think about this. If you can be slightly unhealthy or very unhealthy, you become diabetic, but you're free.
Yeah, no.
Or you're ripped, jacked, perfect health, going to live forever, but you're in prison for life.
Gonna live forever? Then no.
Which one are you going to choose?
I don't want to live
I
forever.
don't mean forever. I mean a long life, 100, 110, but you're in prison for life. But you're healthy.
Prison.
You're in prison.
What kind of prison? Like,
it doesn't matter. You're not in jail. You're never going home.
it's like,
But you're healthy as shit.
what's in the prison?
You got 6-packs.
Sure.
So is there even a question? Or you're slightly unhealthy. Maybe take some of those little meds, those little prescription drugs that have like 20 different side effects. But you are free. I'm taking, as crazy as it sounds, I'd be freedom. Maybe we don't have that as a question.
You choose freedom?
Of course. What's the point of that health if you just have no freedom? Freedom is even more important than your health. That's freaking crazy. Freedom, I think, is...
Are you like not strong, not conditioned, not nothing?
You just don't have good health. You're sick. You can go work
sick?
out.
What do you mean by sick?
You probably have to take some kind of meds for
Diabetes is crazy, though.
Some kind of meds, but you can still train to fight it off. You can still go to the... You think people that go to the gym don't have issues? They still have sicknesses, or you could have heart disease and go to the gym still. But I'm not saying it's that extreme, but just unhealthy.
Just an unhealthy person.
We have to make this as an episode of its own. I don't think we've done that question before. We're going to make that as an episode.
That is a tough question.
It's not. You're going to go in jail for the rest of your life? It's going to be a shutout just like this one. Freedom is the king. Look, freedom is going over money right here. Over millions. You're taking freedom. You would think when you're a kid, you would take, I'm taking the millions. But when you really think about it, fucking freedom. Yeah. So it's 60-0. I'm picking freedom. What are you picking? We already went over pretty much why. What are you picking?
I'm picking freedom.
Talk about cringe fest. Holy shit. You know what? What I'm going to do? I'm going to put my wife to work. I'm going to put my kids to work. I'm going to just send them out to go make shitloads of money. And I'm going to get money from that.
And you're just going to sit at home?
And I'll be making my 35 G's a year. And I'm freaking rolling in the dough. That's my master plan.
But the master
plan. I'm going to be a stay-at-home dad.
Stay-at-home dad. We hope you like this episode of the Would You Rather series. We're going to be diving into all these topics: guns, fitness, lifestyle, pay, job freedom, health, all of those topics. So we hope you like this episode of the Would You Rather series. Put your comment down below of your answer. Go to the details.
What are you picking? Freedom or money, and why? I want to hear about your reason, your breakdown of why you chose what you chose. Let's put in the comments down below. We will see you next time on the Would You Rather show. No excuses.
Would you rather have like complete job freedom? You're working from wherever you want, working at home, working across the country, but you have that crappy pay again, like them ramen noodles again, or you have super limited freedom, like 6 days on, one day off, one week off for your vacation a year, but you're coming back home to the millions.
So on this one, kind of on the flip side, you're not talking about happier and happy on this one, right? And
It's just the freedom.
this one's just a freedom. I'm okay with taking little time off to make sure that my family has everything they absolutely fucking need, right? And actually more so.
What if you hated the job?
I was like, you didn't ask that.
What I'm saying, because
You
yeah,
didn't ask
we
that.
just said freedom, so we never
freedom,
said
sir.
what kind of job.
Freedom in.
But it's like you have a weasel for a boss. You got to request a week off like months in advance, and if he doesn't like you, he's going to turn it down. You can't even plan it.
That changes the whole dynamics, right? Because now we're going to go back to a job that's going to make you absolutely
And it's a late
fuck-
retirement.
Yeah. It's a what?
It's a late retirement.
It's a late retirement. God bless. So you're doing all this extra work. And
No,
then
no,
you're
the
gonna-
million, the millions is.
The limited freedom is a late
Oh,
retirement.
you just have no freedom. You're just like
zero. And
you're
it's a
their
late
little
retirement.
bitch.
And I hate them.
You
and
might not just because you don't have the freedom.
I have
So
a
you
weasel
don't-
of a boss. And
if you don't have the freedom, you're probably not going to like them. I'm guessing. You know, they're just making you come in on
Well, I'm-
Saturdays, and they don't care if it's your kid's birthday. They don't care if you're missing little Susie's
Yeah.
ballet recital.
yeah, no, and then the other one was having the freedom of making kind of dark. Yeah, I think I would go with having the freedom and making less pay. Just being able to do it from anywhere, be with my family. That would be amazing. Actually, it sounds like a beautiful world to be honest. You see my daughter grow through every growing pain, right, and be able to be part of that. That'd be great.
He's picked broke
I
for
don't care.
everyone.
If you guys have not fucking realized, dog, I'm
don't
good with
give
being
a
broke.
fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Man, I gotta be happy. Give me weights, give me some ramens, baby. I'm happy.